What is going on, y'all? This is a movie review for The Babysitter, Killer Queen, and I'm gonna hop on with MSK and Ashley Pennington, Ashley from A&M Entertainment. So in a moment we'll flip over there, but thank you for watching. Now, right quick, I just want to say Max and King Batch in this movie were funny as fuck. Probably the highlights of this movie for me, besides all the action and the gore. This movie is gory for just absolutely no reason. This shit's not even realistic. You see people's heads get ripped off. People's heads get ripped off over next to no effort. It just blood just everywhere. Then a rock all of a sudden just smashes the body just out of nowhere. Rocks is ridiculous. Freaking boat propeller. This movie's crazy. If you try to just watch a movie and laugh, literally turn your brain off, laugh, see some insane action. No, that's giving it too much. Not insane action, just crazy gore that's not too gory, but it's gory as fuck. I don't mean too gory in the sense of like a horror element of gore, but it's like a comedic gore, if you will. And yeah, and we gonna hop over to the review with them. So thank you for watching. We gonna get into this.
Let's go. What's up, guys? It's Master Swag King Entertainment coming at you guys with another movie review. Today we're joined here by Ashley from A&M Entertainment, and Tyler joins the ranks here today. Tyler Cordalis, what's up? So oh my god. So today when Netflix notified me that the movie came out, because that's what I have them do when I want to see a movie, that's notify me I'm going home, I'm watching it. Came home, I watched V's video, then I watched I wanted Tyler, because Tyler was able to put out his Snyder reactions. Like, okay, I'll go and watch it. After that, I was like, Netflix, you got it? It play? Whew, let's go. Let's dive right into it. Because my girlfriend messaged me like 25 times while I was watching the movie. I was like, okay, cool.
Oh my goodness, poor girlfriend.
Damn.
Was you able to pay attention to the movie?
My phone was on silent. I didn't get none of the messages until the movie was over. I want to make sure I was paying attention.
Yeah.
So
she's mad.
No. It was something that I helped her with. It was something super simple. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
And so, like, I mean, if anybody would go back and watch the audio video, probably the only audio video I'll actually ever do. If you go back and watch that audio video, there's a lot of theories that were tested in that, and I was like, wait a minute, all it started making sense.
And we were like, kind of spot on with things that we were saying.
It was one theory that didn't come true, which we'll get to later, obviously.
Yeah.
But let's do this. So, I just want to ask you guys, what were your first initial thoughts on the movie? I think this is an improvement over number one. For me personally, I think this was better.
I like the first one better.
What? This only came out today. How did you even know that?
But this one, I mean, like I said, was I entertained? Yeah.
I was entertained.
And I can separate the entertainment value from the overall story, the acting, the directing, and just some of the things that they did. So it was fun. It is fun. But some parts just took me out of it. We'll get to those parts later.
There was a few parts that I would say a few parts took me out of it. It was just two. So there was the part. There's that. This has to be arguably the top 10 worst fight scene I've ever seen in a movie.
Are we gonna go skip to that? Let's start at the beginning.
I was going to say that fight scene was horrible.
We can't skip around. We gotta start from the beginning. You can't do that, MSK. He's blowing his load before we even get there.
Oh God. People, I'm not trying to be a dick, but that was like
he's trigger happy. Okay.
No, what are you talking about?
Beginning.
I can't even think of what he's talking about.
I know what he's talking about.
Most of the
bitches I have, but
these bitches had superpowers, and I told you. Okay. All right. So
beginning. opening it up, it opens.
Most of the cast is the same. You do open up the movie with Judah Lewis, who portrays Cole in the movie. Now, arguably, he's pretty much the same guy up until his. At the end of the second act, he's a different character. He's pretty much the same character, and it's the same things like in the first one. You go through certain things you have to overcome. He was scared of certain things. It's kind of like the same narrative, except they were more elevated because you're obviously in a sequel. So they wanted. So I get what the director MCG was trying to do. He was trying to obviously elevate things for this period in his life that he was at. So obviously, starting high school, you can tell he's obviously attracted to his friend Melanie. You can literally see it on his face. I mean, at one part, if you go a little bit further as you guys get to, they're in a gas station. They're obviously looking at each other. It's this lovey-dovey shit I don't like, but I'm a sucker for it, so I keep watching it.
He's still skipping. Mainly in the beginning, though, nobody believes him that this thing happened to him 2 years ago. So everybody thinks he's the crazy boy at school. So not only is he still scared of a lot of things, people don't want to mess with him because everybody thinks he's the crazy kid that made up this story.
I told everybody what happened. The dead cops, the blood, the guy with no shirt for no reason. I feel like Sarah Connor in Terminator 2 trying to convince people robots are real. But the worst part is I miss her.
I get it. You're a weird little dude with a crush on a murderous, fictitious babysitter. Freshman is hard for everybody.
No, I'm a junior.
You're a junior?
Yeah, I've been going for 3 years.
You're a little punk ass a junior.
Mm-hmm.
That settles it. We just got to get you laid.
So in the beginning, and he's seeing the school nurse who's also, who's also a psychiatrist, and everybody thinks he's this weird, awkward kid that made up this crazy story about his babysitter killing all these people in this cult, and so they think he's weird, and then Melanie, she is his friend, and she's the only person that really talks to him at school, Tyler, you want to say anything about the beginning?
Yeah, in the first movie, did the people that died disappear? Because I don't understand.
They were killed. They were dead.
Did they disappear? Because why would they not believe them if there's a bunch of dead bodies lying around?
So when he came back to the house, after she tried shooting them, the whole house
I think she removed the bodies. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know.
But it makes sense.
We have to go back and look at that, but I don't.
But it makes sense in this movie though by what they were doing and how they explained it.
Yeah, but
they must have
if the bodies have been removed. If she removed the bodies, maybe I know there was a fire. I mean, maybe that, but still,
I don't know.
I just don't know how they explain that. Yeah.
All I remember is B removing. Remember how she cleaned everything up because he came back in the house in number 1 and he saw everything was normal.
Yeah, she did do that.
She removed she cleaned everything, and then that's when the firefighter guy in the first part of the second movie he says, "No kid, we didn't see anything." He was like, "What did you do?" He was like, "I just drove a car to the house," because it makes it seem like a crazy person, obviously.
Yeah.
Because the point of her character in number 1 was to obviously clean up her tracks so she doesn't get caught. That was the point of it. That's what I got.
Yeah, I remember that scene. I didn't remember her cleaning the house, so that does explain it. But yeah, so
and then for the other part of the first act, it's pretty much like I wouldn't say carbon copy of number 1 for the first act, but it is actually. He's trying. You see the bullies. You see people picking on him. His parents are obviously still bullying him. It's like, God damn.
His parents aren't bullying him. They don't. They also don't believe, and they're concerned, and they think that their child. They're not bullying him.
The dad was playfully bullying him.
He's picking on him,
right?
But he's not bullying. I wouldn't say it's more playful for the situation. Yeah, it's more like riding him. But they're concerned that their child is, a Looney Tune.
She still believes it happened.
Okay. So we're gonna do this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did you check up your butt?
Where?
I'm kidding. I have no idea, man.
St. Gabe's Psychiatric Academy?
1 p.m. today.
Come on, you're creeped out by your own kid.
Yeah, I'm not creeped out by him, but don't you think, it's possible, right? It's possible. Like, don't you think that, hey.
How long do you guys want me to take those for?
Their child is, a Looney Tune.
Well, you were right about that prediction you make in that one video that we did where he was taking sleeping pills. He was
Yeah.
taking medication of
was-
some sort, obviously.
Yeah. And
A lot of it.
a lot of medications. And in the opening scene, it was a dream. Like I said, that probably was a dream. He was dreaming there.
Dang, she's over here catching us in her web, guys.
No, guys, I did say it was a dream, and it was a dream, right? I mean, but I did get things wrong. I'm not gonna say I didn't, but I thought possible things that could happen. But then when he makes the decision to go with her, that's when I knew for sure.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I knew for sure when I saw her
cult,
face.
you know,
I was like, oh, look at her face. I was like, look at her
yeah,
face.
she's a cult member. And then even we talked about the car sequence with how she took her dad's car, how they kind of clasp hands is very similar to him and B in the first one. They kind of have a similar moment. So it was like a parallel of that moment. Like he's with this person that he thinks he can't trust, and she's going to betray him. In the same day, she's going to try to take his blood. Melanie and him are riding in the car. She's going to try to knock him out and get his blood as well. You know what I'm saying? So that was the parallel there, which, it was pretty obvious, but,
But that's so weird, though. I don't know where that came from, though. I wish they had given some sort of because, later on during the second act, guys, they give you flashback scenes to why these guys are in a cult. Now, some of these are really, really retarded.
Yeah, really. Oh, my God.
And they're very quick.
Oh, my God.
And they're so quick.
Battery
it's just,
low.
It's pointless to me. I'd rather
Melanie
see
get
nothing.
I'd rather see Melanie get one because that change from number one was so. That change from number one was like
charging battery. Charging battery.
Because as we get to a certain part, she has him go with her this little trip. They have these, like in all these movies and these TV shows, they have to have these girl guy moments. Later on, they're in this trailer, and then she says something, and it clicks in his head because I even knew that right when he said it. I was like, wait a minute, how'd she know that? She wasn't even there.
That's when they were on the houseboat on the water.
When they got on the boat and
the guy, the guy was talking, and then she was like, "Yeah, the devil's book. It was the devil's book." And he was like, "How did you know about the devil's book?"
He was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Wait a minute." That's how you can tell. It's like, "Oh no, she's corrupt." But that's kind of a bigger that's a part of the movie that really it didn't knock it down. But it's like, where did this change come from? She was so for him in number one. I don't know where this came from.
What you said last
media.
night is when it happened. When B came into that house, we don't see what happens, right? When he tells her to stay over there, remember? And what did you say? You said maybe B didn't kill her. She obviously would have found her. Maybe in that moment, even though we don't see it, maybe it's inferred that possibly there it would have made sense for her to convert her. You said that. I remember that. You remember that?
Yeah. So we were in number one.
It would make sense.
She tries to kill them, but then later on they evade her somehow. It is revealed that she does leave. It's in there, but you don't really see her leave and go into their house. So I thought in that moment after he left her, because she didn't lock her in the room, she said, "Why are you locking a door from the outside, you moron?" I was like, that's true. Wait, she never really was actually locked up. And there could have been a moment where maybe she talked to B. That change was so drastic, though. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but the change is so drastic. It takes you out of the movie.
I couldn't stand her.
I was like, this was not the person I saw in number one. That was all for him. That was his best friend. I was like,
I mean, I'm not saying it was because she was a female, she was aggressive. It just seemed like such a, like you said, totally, I guess she's a totally different person, but I don't know.
Well, Melanie didn't want to kill Cole. The original plan was to knock him out.
I know, but I'm saying, then when she decided, she's going to kill him and just completely,
it's because they're locked in that bind with the devil, so they had to.
Yeah.
They had to.
I know, and then when she killed her father, I was like, oh my God.
Oh, I knew that was. I couldn't wait for that, to be honest. I don't know why. I was just hyped on that.
I knew it was gonna happen, but that's just creepy to me.
Because I didn't want Cole's dad to die, so I was like, he has to die so he doesn't. For me.
Yeah, it makes sense, but I didn't like it. I was like, oh.
I didn't mind. It was hilarious too.
I don't know.
She cut the hand off, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And she
Unless
cut the
he
other
was
hand off.
He was a douche, but I don't feel like he was a bad dad that deserved to be murdered by his daughter.
Oh, not at all.
He was a douche.
He was a great dude.
I didn't like it.
Oh, the parts where they were just getting high. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I know, he was like,
he was kind of douchey, but he wasn't a bad person. So
He was
I'm
like,
like,
they were like, did you find my
dope.
baby? Did you find my baby? He showed a picture of his car. Holy.
yeah, he was more concerned with the car.
So
It's hilarious.
as the second act goes by, right in that moment where he figures out, oh my god, well, Melanie's now the big bad. Because to be fair, I mean, like, she was the big bad of the movie. Like, that's just so weird how she went from sweet innocent girl that you probably think was gonna end up to be his girlfriend to now she's a big bad. And like later in the movie, he even says like, wait, why do all the girls I date? Why are they all serial killers? That's just karma at its finest, man. Then you have the other people come in. So as you guys know, there's Bella Thorne's character, there's Robbie Amell's character, Hannah Mae Lee's character, and then you have the other black guy, I forgot his name. All their characters come back. They literally come back. That Robbie Amell guy, his flashback, this guy's still not wearing a fucking shirt.
I know. He still wasn't wearing.
That was my favorite character in this movie. And
Right?
King Batch.
That guy
He
was
was so douchey though. He was very douchey.
He was the nicest douche I ever seen.
But he was funny.
He was the most nice douche I ever met.
Even in his flashbacks, this guy's still not wearing a fucking
He had a
shirt.
name tag on his body too, which was just like
That shit had me dead.
about the whole thing. It's like we gotta, and they
Max
was like
he was like honorable. It's honorable.
You know,
my God.
You know, and then we get Bella Thorne gets shot in the boob again. Oh, go back to the new character.
The new character, Phoebe. So the new character, Phoebe, gets introduced when she's presented to the class. My God, that humor is so fucking cringe. She said she was late and pregnant. I was like...
Yeah, and like everybody... I feel like a lot of things she said and did was cringe. I'm just gonna...
Oh, wow. I liked it.
I thought she was better. She was better as the movie
had
went on.
cringy lines.
God, that was so cringe when she first came in. She was screaming, "What is wrong with you? What? No normal high school person is like this."
In the rabbit hole...
I liked everybody but Melanie, honestly.
Cheesy lines. She had some really cheesy lines there.
Like, you could already tell, like, Phoebe was going to be a big character in the movie, basically, as how he's literally looking at her. You can already tell. He's literally staring at her. Come on. We used to be that way.
I liked how tough she was. I just didn't like... There was one part that really took it out, and it has to do with her.
So, in the second act, it kind of is mirrored in the first movie where they fight through all the cult members, but this time around, he fights them with the partner. It's a little different, and it makes the relationship better. You actually see it growing each time they fight a cult member. They have to tackle this certain object, tackle this object to win this person. I actually thought the dude that was gonna rape her at the camp scene, I thought that was gonna be a cult member. I thought he was, honestly. He might.
I thought she was a cult member.
You thought she was?
The whole time until
You thought she was a cult member?
I thought, way till the end. I was like waiting for it the whole time.
I didn't think that
until her and Melanie fought.
Finally give him
until them two fought. Then I was like, oh, she's not.
Who would be like the most underrated character in the movie?
Underrated?
Yeah.
Apparently to you guys, Max. that was my guy.
I liked him. I didn't say you didn't hear any. I said he was douchey.
Oh, I guess I take douche as a negative word.
I mean, like, yeah, the character to me is a douche, but the way he portrayed that douchey character, he made me believe, oh yeah, I'm this dude. It was funny about
maybe
it.
King Batch. I don't know.
He finally kicked him in the nuts. He couldn't do it in the number one. He finally did it. This one I was like, there was a lot of things in number one. They tried to make it it was an obstacle in number two from to overcome. I was like, okay, that same stupid Chinese chick, she is useless. Why is she in the cult?
I don't know why she was there.
She gets killed by retarded shit.
She was just there to rock some cool eyeliner and hold some cookies, guys.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. You at that rattlesnake part, I was like, it went up his leg. I was like, okay, I fast forwarded just a little bit. I was like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. Then when it almost attacked him, I was like, okay, no more. I'm glad I got through this. I'm never doing that again. Nope. And then
I liked that setup. That was a good setup.
It's another phobia he had to overcome. And then that one random black guy. Oh my God, that he was so bad.
I feel like this time he was better. I thought he was better.
I love that.
There was a part in the pier where
I liked it.
There was a part in the pier where Melanie, she was like the oh my God, yeah, the world is female. She said the world is female now. Oh,
and
no!
I was like, what the fuck?
He was like, what
Yeah.
the
I was like,
I liked him.
He's like,
I
he was
feel
my
like
second
he was
favorite character.
funnier. He was funnier in this one than the first one.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
like
Hell
a lot
yeah.
of those jokes in the first one, but this time around, I was actually laughing at things that he said. Like
I
that
laughed at
whole thing on
every
the
time he's on
pier.
screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, tonight I did. I'm saying, I mean, when I watched this one, I did. Every time, like when he was on the pier and the shit that he was saying on the pier, I was almost crying because she would be like, "No, I'm staying right here. I'm saying like he's like, I'm not going nowhere," and it was just so funny. And then I was hoping that he would continue on past the next scene because he was so funny. I didn't want him to die when he did, but I knew it was coming.
She said the Force is female. He said, what the
I like it.
That's exactly what a black person was. He told to a black person, I'm like, bitch, what? Bitch. I was
He
like,
was so
oh my
funny in
God.
that moment. That whole moment on the pier, he
Oh my
made all
God.
that. Because like she was just like, I'm evil. Like
I'll still never understand where this big change came from.
Yeah,
like, to
yeah,
me,
that's why I
it's
don't
not
like her. I
right.
didn't like her character.
I'm evil.
Like her character became someone
She was
that
just-
you wanted to. Yeah.
She's
Like
just
she
evil
wanted
just to
to
be
dress like
evil.
B. I know, that's all it was. Like I just
I
didn't.
thought it would have been something like in depth where like maybe he didn't want to go out with her and then maybe she kind of like resented him for like one thing he may have did. I was like, okay, that'd have been better. But no, she's just evil, just to be evil.
I
And
didn't
it's
like it.
And she was
like,
getting
well, you
off
gotta-
on just being evil.
Like,
And,
you gotta
yeah,
trade
B-
up. That's what she said.
B
Remember,
was-
you gotta trade up.
B was evil in the first one, but she still had a lot of character development. She just wasn't evil to be evil. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like,
Ooh.
and like even she had a lot of personality. Even though the story kicks off pretty quickly with both of them betraying who he thinks they are, even during those moments when they were fighting, you could tell B was still trying to ease his suffering in a way. You know what I mean? And like she saved him, and that makes sense why she was saving him for what happens in this one. But Melanie was just like, I'm evil.
I was like, when I watched this, I was like, this is not a bad movie. But why is her character evil? It doesn't make any sense. Like,
She
if
wanted
they
a
added,
billion followers. That's why.
It would have been so better if she wasn't in the movie.
damn, holy shit.
I'm gonna say it. Or if they did something different, like either
Maybe if she
write
died-
her out or
died
like
quicker.
make it. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like she had. It just, I didn't like her.
So
I like she was pretty, and that was about it.
I don't think she's cute.
I thought she
later,
was a
Her
cute
face
girl.
is
Later-
so weird. Just such a weird.
I thought she
shape.
was cute. I thought she was cute, man.
Oh, wow.
She was, my tits was hanging out. I was like, fuck, I want to blow them shit. But you know, so at the first part of the movie, they lead into something, and then in the third act, they put it in. So at a certain point, Cole and Phoebe get to her safe house because there's a scene in the first part of the movie where it says basically it ends tonight, little bunny, and then it gives her numbers. Later on, it gets to that part of the movie, and they have this. It's always in all these movies. It's just how these things go. They talk. She admires him because he's something that she always wanted to be, and he gives her his
You're
story.
skipping.
Then they have. I'm just saying. What are you talking about? It's what they go through. Like,
Well, what happens is they are chased. Like what happens? You know, all throughout the movie, she has this trauma, right? We don't
Mhm.
really know what it is, and you can hint that it has something to do with her parents because in the school they say, "Oh, she killed her parents." She finds that in her locker, and she says at one point, "I'm here for a different reason." The whole reason why she went to the lake was to go to her cabin that her family lived at. They get chased, and she was like, well, this will be a good place for us to hide. So they go to her family cabin.
after they beat all the cult members, because you gotta have that. Well, they didn't really beat all of them this time first. They actually the black guy survived.
He
They
survived.
played that trope. The black guy didn't die first. Like, I died first. I was like, okay.
Yeah, he was
I know
dead.
And then Max got killed with the silly string and then the boat propellers. That shit was gross.
Yeah. On the way
That
to
shit was gross.
the cabin.
The way Bella Thorne died, oh my god,
That was so.
Nasty, but
That was
weird.
so unreal but crazy.
I was
She
like,
couldn't.
ew.
She couldn't
That
fit
was
through the crevice because she couldn't fit through the crevice because her boobs were too big. I was like, that's stupid. That
It was funny. It was funny when she fell, though.
That was funny, yeah.
All they
But
did was
then-
grab her legs and her neck got ripped off. Like I was like,
And
what?
then it was like, we really gotta kill this bitch. The Rock just came and I was like, game.
Yeah, and then after the big rock fell. I was like,
Okay. And then Max, there's a freaking, oh my god, this
oh, the fight scene. You want to go back to because you skipped the fight scene. That would have been where you should have talked about the fight scene.
No.
Yeah,
It was the
what
Max
fight
fight scene. It was the Max fight scene with the axe and shit. Oh my god.
That's the one that took you out of it?
No. I'm gonna
Yeah, we
get
gotta
that.
go because we passed Bella Thorne's death. So before
I like that. What do you mean? The one when he
her
picked up the limb.
character, not that, before her
severed
character dies, she has a fight sequence with Phoebe. And it's this game, cheesy format, and they both go flying in the air. That
Yeah,
whole
that was
thing.
stupid. That was stupid.
That arguably is top 10.
Why did
worst
we do
fight
that?
scene.
That was
Why
really
did
dumb.
we do that? I was out of it for me. I said, "Fuck, I'm done."
I was like, fuck.
I thought I could. I thought after that I couldn't get back into it, but I did.
That didn't
get
take
back
me
into
out.
It
Just
did.
I was
It
just
was so
confused. I
stupid.
was like, why'd they
Bad.
choose to do it like this?
It was so
I was
stupid.
like,
I thought they were gonna be actually throwing punches. Like she would slap her, she would kick her. I was expecting like a legitimate
I
like
was-
girl fight. You know.
I thought I was glad when it was over.
I told you these bitches had superpowers. She backflipped with nothing in the air and just kicked her in the face. I was like, this is
That
so
was like I understand like why they did that because it was supposed to be like a game or whatever, so they were exaggerating.
Why
but
did they have
still,
health bars? Why did they have health bars?
It was a game because it was like they were supposed to be
No.
like.
I didn't notice the
Yeah,
health bars. That's crazy.
it's supposed to be like they're in a game,
Like
which
it's
it was
clearly
stupid.
it's clearly obvious they're using stunt doubles. It's clearly obvious they're using
Oh,
stunt
of
doubles.
course.
Oh
Of
my,
course.
that has to be like the top 10 worst fights I've ever seen in a movie. I'm not even
That was
exaggerating.
bad. That was bad.
It was
That
really
was
bad.
so bad. It was how you kick somebody, knock them out on the ground. The girl gets up and it's like has a knife to her neck, and you're not. You're mine. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god, my brain exploded. So before that, Cole and Phoebe. Well, I don't even know because like they have sex, right? But
Well, we got wait. Yeah, then we get to the cabin, right?
yeah.
We're down there, and he's like talking because they're like getting to know each other, and he likes her. And then she says, he was like, "I have a thing for women that are like to kill people, or they're just murderers that are crazy, or whatever he says." And then she was like, "Well, your streak keeps going."
Wow. Fuck. And then
And then she talks about how she killed her parents in the most cheesiest like Lifetime story.
I
It
love
just,
that
like,
shit.
so
I love that
fucking
shit.
annoying.
I
I don't
love
like that
shit.
Lifetime shit.
I
Like,
love
felt like
Lifetime. What's wrong with you?
I felt
Lifetime
like they
is
could have
great.
done that whole scene differently,
Yeah.
said the same things, but just I felt like it was like I killed my parents, like instead of
Mhm.
like a build up where the conversation was totally different, like, not that I'm a killer too, but just, I feel like she could have used another word because obviously she didn't murder them.
That's just how some people feel, though.
I know, but I didn't believe it though. I've been
wow.
in my own situation like that. Okay. Didn't believe it. Like the way it was said, the way it was set up, I just didn't believe what she was saying,
Interesting.
at all. So I didn't buy it. So for me, it's like if you don't know if the actor can't deliver on it, then you need to do something different.
bought it.
I didn't buy it. I felt it sound very cheesy
Well,
the way she
It was
delivered
super
the line,
rushed. It was
emotion.
rushed.
Exactly, it was rushed. It was just kind of bam
Really?
in there. But but I felt differently later with the Rex scene with B. But with that,
Oh.
I didn't like it. I didn't
You
like
don't
that.
think her body
Oh.
language, the history they kind of give her, just introducing her, doesn't give you enough there?
I mean, the introduction to her, but I just didn't like the way they told it.
Or
I
like
just didn't
living
like
her
how-
life without friends, being secluded, cut off?
No, I understood all that, but I just didn't like how she delivered it on the story part. Like everything else, I have no problem with her overall. But that segment right there, I just felt like it was forced, it was rushed, and I just didn't like it.
This kind of took me out of it.
I
Just a
liked her.
tiny bit.
I liked the story before.
I
At
bought
that
it.
moment, I didn't buy it.
This took me for a loop because in the first part of the movie he says, "You got, we need to get you laid," and then
Yeah, shut up.
apparently, And then apparently they have like sex, and then wait a minute, how do you have sex and how do you have sex and you're fully clothed? What the
You're
fuck?
skipping like a lot. You should have said that at the.
I'm
We
just
just didn't get
saying.
to see it because if we saw it, we would have known that he wasn't innocent
Well,
anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
we weren't supposed to know that.
But that's stupid.
It's stupid. I was like,
no, it's not stupid.
You have
it was
sex
kind of
fully
stupid
clothed?
that we didn't see it.
It
or
makes
know.
it makes sense for the end of the story. You weren't supposed to have
Who wants
seen
to do
it
that? Who wants to do that?
because then that's their reveal. That's what they were doing there. They were revealing that.
It could have
Yeah.
been nice
When
for
they
the audience to
think it.
know, and then us to watch them do it while we know that they're about to fuck themselves
I
over.
get it.
Oh, you guys can have your fully clothed sex and when you're like 40 to 50
No,
years
they
old.
cut away from what they're doing, and then other things happen. So during that other segment, they could have been having sex. They could have been naked. You don't know.
I
This is
mean,
off screen.
I'm just saying, like, hey, you gotta show it. It's Netflix. This ain't on TV.
Well, she
They're
is
not gonna-
17. She's 17.
It
So
was implied he has a very big dick.
she
by the condom
she probably couldn't take her clothes off because she's 17.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, you guys suck.
We
Just
can't
saying.
do that.
Mm.
It's inferred. It's there. That's enough.
But I love that. I love that lovey-dovey shit. I was like, oh my god, he probably got the girl. I felt like a 13-year-old
I mean,
girl
I
over
like
again.
that part, but I just didn't like that story. You know,
Okay,
it was
so before we get to the big reveal, was there anything we missed?
I mean,
the fight. I mean, she called his father there. I mean, we missed a lot because you're jumping around.
freaking Cole pissed on
Yeah.
Phoebe. That shit was hilarious.
Okay, that's disgusting. That's just gross.
It was-
you guys you're nasty. You were gross. That's disgusting.
That
And
shit
she was just
funny.
like, "Oh, it's okay."
She took
you just
it.
pissed on
She a
me."
freak. She a freak. She took it.
There was that moment where she was backing up. I was like, wait, did someone gonna come out? And I was like, no, she's just being a fucking weirdo. I was like, what the hell?
I know that.
God,
She's
She's like,
cringy
"You
ass
just
probably
pissed on
wanted
me.
it,
That's
too.
okay.
Where's
I
this
won't
fucking-
wipe my face off. You just piss on me."
You just R. Kelly'd me, but it's okay. You're white. It's.
There was a couple of Black Panther jokes in here too.
I
There was a
don't.
couple.
Yeah, there were, and I don't think a lot of I don't know. I just don't see it.
I'm just saying. Before I get to the big reveal, did I miss anything?
Well, when she calls his dad comes. His dad then gets to him. Gives him
To go to the gas
needle
station.
in the arm,
Yeah.
the needle in the arm. He gets into the gas station, and then at the gas station, he wakes up. He drives off, leaves his father there. And it basically.
And he somehow ran all the way over.
Declares his love for.
Yeah, his
Phoebe.
love for a girl he met that day. His love.
Tyler does the same thing. Everybody.
What do you mean? You know
that
what?
was silly. Like he loved her already, but that's teenagers for you, I guess.
Well,
like,
this
I
is
love
different
her.
though. Well, no, but this is different though. Like they bonded over the night by having to go through life and death trials. I think that's like.
I mean, he met her like 2 hours ago. I was like, God damn.
But you don't just because you bond over that doesn't mean you know somebody.
It wasn't exactly 2 hours. They were over. The ritual ends in the morning. So to be fair,
Yeah, but
he
what
met her
I'm
over-
saying, you can bond with somebody and have a connection, but dang, you're in love already.
I mean, they're teenagers, guys. What do you
Yeah,
want
I
from
said
me?
that. I'm just saying. I'm just going on Tyler's point. What Tyler was saying. He said that, and I'm backing up Tyler's point here. I get it.
I understand it from a movie narrative.
Kid. I get it from.
I didn't care about that either. I was just like, oh wow. I was like, well, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just arguing the point.
No, I'm just saying from a movie narrative, it makes sense because you spend all night with somebody going through life and death situations. That's
I don't
my
mind
person.
it.
Yeah. Do we forget anything else? Because this big reveal is kind of a.
She's tied up. He gets there. He says, you want me? He sits in the chair. She takes his blood. Then what happens?
Oh shit! Actually, the ritual gets completed because B comes out. B is revealed. B's in the movie. She's in the very end part of the movie.
That is dope entrance.
That was actually pretty good entrance though. Like
she ain't wet at all. Homegirl is dry as hell.
Yeah. She came from the depths of hell.
Rises from like the queen that she is, which is amazing.
So B emerges out of the water and completes the sacrifice herself. And then Sonia, Allison, Max, and John, they all come back again. And it's like, fuck. I was like, wait a minute, they're not gonna fight these guys again. I was like, I swear to God, if they fight these people again, I'm gonna blow this computer up. I was like, hell no. They actually come back. They all die, come back, and you have them all taking the blood of the innocent mixed with what was the other one? Fucking hell, the blood,
of the sacrifice.
Sacrifice innocent. And B has them all drink it as she wanted a number one for them to all do this.
Out of the cauldron.
Then it doesn't work.
And she knew it. You see on her face.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, and then she explains, well, no, it must not be so. You're not so innocent. And then that's when you find out that they had sex. Mm-hmm. So therefore, he's not a virgin. So the sacrifice
doesn't work.
It's tainted. And what happens?
Sonia, Allison, Max, and John all die. Melanie dies too. But there was a part before that. There was a part before that where like she took his blood, and he was like, "You were my best friend," and she just looked at him like she just didn't care.
I know.
That was just cold. I was like, God damn.
I know. And then after that they all disintegrate, and then B kind of tells a story about how she was Phoebe's babysitter, and when we see that flashback earlier, you think that in that moment, B was choosing to go, sacrifice things for the devil for herself. The way they set that clip up with her in the hospital, and then it comes out, it reveals that the reason why she turned to the devil and was willing to sacrifice is because Phoebe almost died. And to save Phoebe's life, she made a sacrifice with the devil.
Yeah, you don't see any of that kind of in the first movie, so that kind of jarred me.
It was jarring.
Made the first movie seem.
Yeah, but there was the innuendo that this has happened before, though. That's the reason why Cole was mad at her, because she knew she had other kids that she had taken care of in the first movie, though.
And then she says to Cole, she did tell Cole that he was her favorite, even when he thought she was dying after he hit her with the car. Remember? And that you could tell that she cared, but she was like just still, I guess, here when you sign that deal with the devil, you got to stick to it regardless.
He made a deal with the devil.
There's no going back.
He made a deal with the devil to save Phoebe's life. She orchestrated the entire events, all the gas station part. There was everything that those little innuendos were all B, and then it was all meant to have Phoebe and Cole come together. So there was a part where she said something. She was like, "After that night, you changed me." Oh, wait. That's why I understand Tyler's point. That's why I get it. It's like, wait a minute, like, if Cole changed her, then why was she trying to kill him in the first movie if Phoebe already is alive? That doesn't make sense whatsoever.
She was basically saying that she had to. But she didn't say that until she was dying after she got hit by the car, too.
Maybe she, after that, here's what I'm thinking.
That's when she said she changed him.
Yeah.
What are you asking? What are you asking?
So this is what I have a theory about. So after that happened with Phoebe, and she's like, I guess, a demon, maybe she somehow just felt super bad about what happened, and she just started going and being babysitter to other kids and sacrificing them. And then maybe at a certain part when we see Cole at the end of the first one where he says he loves her and she's crying, that's the only theory that I could think of.
Yeah, that's when she changes, yeah.
Because it was revealed in the first movie she'd been doing this for a while and she'd been sacrificing kids. So apparently there was something happened after Phoebe said either she got depressed, she went mentally insane.
Well, she was the devil, but she said that the way she hadn't felt the same way about another kid
for a very long.
Phoebe, right. You know what I'm saying? So it was Cole, just her connection with him and how she did care for him. That
after Cole, didn't B go to Melanie and get her on the?
Well, no, I think that's no. That was in the film, like I said before, the very end. When that point possibly more than likely happened is when he locked her in the house and B goes there. That would have been before.
I mean, Melanie was like on her computer and she was laying on the bed behind her. She's like, "What about 1 billion followers?"
Yeah, but she set she set all that up with I don't know why she brought Melanie into it.
I think she brought Melanie in, and then when she realized Melanie would probably choose Cole again, then she sets everything up to save Cole because of that. Because she has to. Yeah, B has to do all this, so she's like forced to get a bunch of people, and
that
she just.
That part.
That's how it
It
happened.
would have made more sense. Yeah, I forgot. That's when she goes to Melanie. It would have made more sense if she went to Melanie at a different point. So
This is because
She didn't have to go to Melanie at all.
Well, this is
but
about.
I'm saying when Melanie, when in the first film, when she's in that house and Melanie's in the house and she doesn't kill Melanie, if she's gonna bring Melanie over, that's when it makes sense.
It
See
would
what I'm
have,
saying?
but Melanie was
that's not
older
what
when
happened.
B got her.
Yeah, that's what I'm not arguing. I'm
I
saying
know. I was
it would have
just.
made more sense if
It
they
would
did
have.
it
So B coming
then
back.
to that point.
Like B coming back at the end of the movie, I was like, okay, so like my first initial thoughts was like, okay, now she's gonna take revenge. She's probably gonna kill him potentially. Maybe Phoebe unstraps herself and fights. It was just like this weird savior moment, which was, I guess that's a big contrast from the first one, where you see her as a villain, and then they try to explain it in a certain way that makes her seem like she's a really good person. But to be fair, she's the one that also orchestrated them to almost getting killed too. So this was all to.
And she killed somebody in an extra credit scene at the end of the first one too. So that just
like I get the final ending of the movie to a certain extent, but
it doesn't make sense.
Like
certain things that happen.
I did not think. I thought they were gonna keep her alive. She was just gonna disappear. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know. I guess she had to. No, I don't.
But B is still technically a demon.
I mean, she would have been dead anyway. Because if
if
she breaks the deal with the devil, like
I mean,
those
she
two boys,
didn't finish the first deal when they did in the first movie.
Because they failed. But if she tried to walk away, what would have happened to her? The
She
same thing that happened.
Just got another kid. I don't know.
Just the same, but she didn't want to do it anymore. That was.
I guess,
point.
yeah, that's true. I'm just saying.
So if she would have walked away, she would have died anyway. So that's why she decided to drink it.
However, guys,
she didn't want to do it anymore.
And that was pissing me off. When she drank it, I was like, "Where the freak is that dad?" I was like, "Hurry up, bro! Get down that mountain, see this." I thought he wasn't gonna see it, and that was making me so mad.
Yeah, I was glad that he saw it because I didn't want it to end with like they still think he's crazy.
And then he was high, and I was like, "Oh God, he's high," and he saw it while he's high. No, he's not. He's still not gonna believe it.
Oh my God! It's that B's still technically a demon. She drinks the blood that melts. Yeah, so B's still technically a demon, guys. So she has to drink it, or she's gonna die anyway. But to be fair, his dad sees him. Obviously, of what happens, and then I think he's more proud he has a girlfriend than about what he just saw. Like, I'm being completely honest.
Hell yeah! When he found out that he ran away, he's like, "Oh, but he ran away with the girl." You know, it's like it's all good. Let him do this.
It's so weird. Like, I didn't mind B coming back for the moment that she did, but I felt like she offered a lot more questions than answers. Like, so she orchestrated the events of the entire film, but what about the first film?
No,
like,
I feel like it. Yeah, she brought the two of them together because she knew that I guess that they were going to come back in 2 years and that the two of them together could possibly defeat them. But why did you bring Melanie into it? That's the part that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, why would she bring his best friend to it? Like, you saw the scene where he looked at her and he said, "You were my best friend." She was like, "You got to trade up." Fuck! God damn!
She always knew that maybe Melanie wasn't a good person. I mean, that's the only thing that, and she just was using her as bait.
He was macking them lips.
She wasn't great to begin with.
He was macking them lips in that car. Like,
I don't know. It just doesn't make sense why Melanie's...
Damn. Fuck.
I understand why that she came back and was trying to set everything up, because regardless, they get to come back every 2 years to try it again. So they were just going to go.
So they get to come back again, or is it?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's over. No, now it's over.
Mid-credit scene. There was a mid-credit scene, guys.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there was a mid. Oh yeah.
In the mid-credit scene, B's demon book from the first movie is shown at the end, still intact.
But that doesn't mean it's them. It could be new people.
So that's what I thought. Wait, so like, because I even thought about that in the first one. I was like, wait, Cole Burton, the Devil's Book? No way, that shit's gone. Like, anybody who knows that shit is not gonna be gone.
I just think that means that there might be a new group of people. Not
that's what I thought too. I assume it's gonna be a new group of people anyway.
Because they drank the tainted blood and it's over.
So like, going over certain things so the cast, I think that this cast is not exactly an assembled all-star cast, but I think this cast works for this type of movie. I like how they went from that.
Fun.
I like how they went from the little high school thing that they had in number 1 to like it being more adult. You're dealing with actual problems about life and death and coping with people not believing you. Because to be fair, his parents, I like them more in this movie than the first one. First movie, they were fucking terrible.
Did you do pod?
Me?
Did you
I'm just
take
kidding.
pot?
Oh, you take pot?
Do. I know she said do instead of smoke. It was like, did you do pot? You know, one of those. I
He's
like
like-
Leslie Gibb. I liked
Melanie's
her.
dad.
He's like, you're not talking to me. Who are you talking to?
I was like, Melanie's dad's even better in this movie. He
liked
was
him.
funny.
I
as-
liked him.
He made him
He was
smoke
such
all
a
that.
douche, but I loved him though. He was like a happy douchey guy because he was so into his car and talking like a youngster because he was talking about pinging and trying to be hip. So
Gifts, they're called gifs, not gifts. I was like, oh my
I know
god,
he is down. He knows his shit.
this is such
He wants
cringe.
to stay young.
Oh my
And
god.
that's why I didn't like when she killed him.
I
'Cause
didn't care. I knew it was gonna happen. I was like, it has to be one of them, and I don't want it to be
but
Cole's
I
dad.
don't like it. It's like you gotta kill your own dad, dude.
Like Sonya, like the only shitty characters. in
Somebody
the
else kill him. That's
like,
I'm
the
not
only-
saying that he shouldn't have died, but like by his daughter, that's just like this bitch is so evil. She's killing her dad. Not a bad person, It's like she's just evil. Like that's what I'm saying.
That's the biggest question.
Why
is
are
where
you
did
evil? Why are you so evil? Like
where does
you
change
killed your
come from?
daddy.
She wanted 1 billion followers. That's the only reason.
I guess not. That can't be the only reason.
Yeah, and then you kill your daddy. Damn, for 1 billion followers. Shoot, I better watch out.
I
followers,
guess,
not even money, just the followers.
I guess B set all this up because in the mid-credit scene, B's demon book from the first movie is shown still intact. So I assume if they're gonna make a number 3, then this cast, and I guess they would use.
She won't be in it for sure.
They would have to have a new Colt. They would have to have a brand new Colt then.
It'll be a new Colt, and then Cole will show up like towards the end of the movie.
Or maybe you have Cole and Phoebe taking on a new Colt. You would have.
I think it'll be Cole coming out of the cuts.
Maybe Cole and Phoebe deal with. Maybe they're in college because they did it from when he was in like junior high school. I assume the third film, if they have Cole and Phoebe, they would be in college. But that's because he's 15 right now, 14. My God, sequel wouldn't be in their continuity. It's like 5 years longer.
Oh damn! You think they would start a cult to bring B back?
I don't think I don't think Samara Weaving is coming back.
I don't know. Like I was surprised she was even in this movie in general.
Yeah, I don't see her coming back.
You don't think she'd come back for this movie or in the movie continuity?
In the Babysitter, no.
You don't think her as an actress would do it, or you're saying the movie?
I don't know, because from what I've gathered, she really didn't want to do the second one.
So you're talking about her as an actress, all right?
Yeah. So I don't see her coming back because I feel like she's trying to move on to other things.
That's probably the reason why they killed her.
In the horror element, because she was in, what was that movie? Ready or Not?
I loved her in that movie. She was awesome.
She was in that movie.
She was awesome in that movie.
And I feel like maybe that she's finding her niche, maybe in more like horror films, but like high budget films, maybe. Because I like her. But I don't know. I just feel like it might be a whole new set of people. And hopefully they'll find somebody.
I feel like they would have to keep Cole.
New Babysitter.
Cole will be in it no matter what. He'll come, like I said, he'll come through the end.
Dude, he's guys, this actor's 14 years old. He's got nothing better to do with his life anyway.
He's 18. He's 18.
He's 18 now.
He's 18 now?
He's 18.
But he came from like what, Twitch or Vine or something. So I don't think he has a lot of, so he'll come back. But,
He was in Point Break.
Huh?
He
was in Point Break. Yeah, Demolition.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas Chronicles 2. Let's go. I didn't even know they're making a number 2. Let's go. And he was a number 1. Oh, wow.
So what I assume for the third film,
he'll do it.
If they make a third film, I would say they would keep Cole and Phoebe and his parents. That's pretty much it.
And is she the little girl from the Disney Plus or Disney Channel? I've seen her somewhere.
Like
Phoebe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess this.
Oh, she is Jenny Ortega.
What has she been on? I've seen her before.
She was in Jane the Virgin.
She's been in a lot of stuff, actually.
She was in Jane the Virgin.
Some of the stuff I've never seen. Jane the Virgin.
Iron Man 3, Insidious 2, Little Rascals, Afterworlds.
Oh, she was in Iron Man 3. I remember. Fuck.
Yeah.
A lot of
Like,
TV.
cause this
What
cast for
name some of the TV
Babysitter,
shows real quick? I'm curious.
like this cast for the Babysitter, you could tell you've seen these actors before.
Well, name some of the TV shows real quick, Tyler.
Oh,
Rob,
CSI,
CSI New York.
Jane the Virgin, Richie Rich, Stuck in the Middle.
That's Stuck in the Middle.
You.
That's what it
She was
is.
in You.
Stuck in the Middle. I knew it was a kid show.
She's in the new Jurassic World show on Netflix.
Yeah, I knew it was a kid show. That I'd seen her on.
Okay. I think we covered pretty much everything. So you have the twist at the end is, I guess if you try to piece it together, it kind of makes sense. But then it's like the only thing that I can come up with is that after she saved Phoebe, maybe she got into depression or some shit, and maybe she went on a murderous spree. That's when she met Cole, then Cole changed her, because she even said he changed her. So even that's like, you murder all these kids, and this one kid changes. Like, god damn, save some for the rest of us. Fucking hell.
She didn't necessarily murder the other kids. She would get them to go to sleep and take a blood sample from them. Cole woke up, figured it out, so then it decided she was gonna have to kill Cole. You know.
I'm open to a number 3. I mean, the director probably isn't doing number 3. Netflix, if Netflix gives him $5 million, he's doing a number 3. Then money will literally.
If you make a sequel, I need a third, no matter what it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cole and Phoebe will come back. His parents will come back. Those are the only characters that's pretty much around at this point. Melanie's character, thank God she's gone. I mean, she's pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie about that, but it's like, I don't get her character in the movie. It's like, you're his best friend first movie. She even has those moments in the first part of the movie where it's like she's still his friend. She cares, and it's oh my god.
It's 4 writers on this. That's probably why it's.
They try to make her
all
B
over.
2.0. They try to make her B 2.0, and it was
I think MGK. I mean, what's his name? MCG. I said MCG. Excuse me, because he used to direct music videos a long time ago.
I remember that. Yeah.
Didn't he direct Charlie's Angels, like the old school ones with Cameron Diaz too?
He directed.
Or was it Romeo and Juliet?
You're right.
2 of them. Charlie's Angels and Full Throttle.
Terminator Salvation.
Fuck. Christian Bale. Holy shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. No, I know he didn't direct Romeo.
Oh, he produced Stay Alive. That's kind of tight.
Lars Larman did that.
But he's been doing some Netflix movies for a bit. He did Rim of the World. I don't know if you guys watched that before.
Nah, is it good?
I wouldn't know. I was gonna say,
What else has he directed?
The 2 Charlie's Angels films, We Are Marshall, Terminator Salvation, This Means War.
Okay. I liked We Are Marshall. I didn't know he directed that.
3 Days to Kill, The Babysitter 1, Rim of the World, and this one right here. So that's it.
3 Days to Kill. Is that a Netflix movie?
No, I saw that movie. That's pretty cool.
Well, I don't remember. I think I've seen it. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry. Now I want to know what that movie is because I can't think of what it is.
It's a Kevin Costner, Amber Heard movie.
He's still an executive producer on Supernatural to this day.
Oh, wow.
That's probably why it has those weird, wacky moments and shit. God damn. Yeah. So what are we not focusing on? Story, characters. The narrative of the movie is obviously a boy who, lonely, no one believes him. Eventually he meets someone who believes him.
Yeah, it follows a lot of the same tropes in the first one, except for he gets a companion this time around.
Jump on it. I was like, what is this? Who has sex?
That is MSK's theme song, guys.
What is it? You have sex with a girl, and the first thing the movie shows you is them dancing. What? Then a part where fucking sausage goes into a fucking gum pipe. I was like, what?
Let's get over their sexual encounter.
Jump on it. I was like, hell yeah, my boy Cole getting laid. But how'd you guys like Cole in the movie compared to the first movie? You think he was better in this one or worse in the first one?
I think he was better in the first one.
I was going to say he's better in the first one, but he's okay in this.
I think it's even. He goes through different things because when you're 12, you go through. It's kind of what no 12-year-old goes through.
I don't know. I just like his whole story better in the first one. I mean, I like it.
I think they just dragged out that "Am I crazy? Am I not crazy?" thing too long.
Yeah.
But that was the overall.
Are you seeing this?
Do
you see this cut off head? Do you see that? I was like,
yeah.
I see it.
Time to grade this. Time to grade this shit. So I'm not trying to drink because like we've had a time to adjust to the first one for a while because I've seen it like last year around what when I first got Netflix back in like August, October. So I've had time to digest the first one, but the first one does have its issues too. Like I feel like this one's comedy hits better. I feel like the cast is more believable in this one. Like
I
the
like
cast,
the
I
first one
think
better.
I was gonna say that too.
But I like
But-
the deaths in this one more. They're just funny. This one's funnier. This one's funnier.
This one is funnier.
But the rent, it's like if Melanie was gonna be like B 2.0, but you actually like give a reason why, I'd like it better. But it's like, god damn, that change, and like his mom is like, I don't know, like his parents are just fucking retarded. I mean, no, they don't. This man over here making masturbation.
I love both of those actors. I love Leslie. I can't remember his name, but I love Leslie.
He said, "Do you want me to get my lotion in?"
She is so funny. And they're both.
Oh my god, he's talking to Melanie over the fucking laptop, and there's lotion there. He's like, he's masturbating because his joke is like, I have really ashy elbows. It's like, oh my god, what the fuck? And his dad's making it all cringe.
Like I can see dads doing and parents doing.
What was the grade I gave the first movie? I think I gave the first movie a C+. This movie, it's hard. What would you guys give it? I don't know.
The first one a B. I give this one a C.
I'm just gonna give this one a C. Give the first one a C+. This one's a C for me. It's entertaining. I'd say it's entertaining, but you know.
It's a C. I
C.
agree.
That's the.
But the jokes and all that it's funnier. So I would say just entertainment. If I'm just saying, was I entertaining? But when I look at it as a film, it's a C. But entertaining, just like, did I laugh?
Oh, I laughed. This shit
did
was
I have?
That's so funny.
Was it great in times? Like just
I
ridiculousness of it all. A B- just for that, just entertainment value. But as a film,
yeah, it's funny enough. I'd watch it again.
Yeah,
like I watch this again. Yeah, let's like for the first one, if I turn my brain off and I just didn't really know how to grade movies and shit like that, I'd probably give it a B. If I'm being completely honest here, but I'm counting in. This is actually like, what the fuck am I watching? And it's like,
yeah.
That's why I give it. That's why I told people, it's like, if you like the movie so much, why are you grading it so low? You gotta really understand what they're trying to tell you.
You can separate the two. You can separate it. Was I entertained?
Versus like I knew it was a guilty pleasure. I was like, why do I like this movie?
Is it a good? Oh, if I look at it as a film, does it deserve something higher than a C? No, because certain things don't make sense, and certain things just with the acting. If I can't get on board with it, it's not going to be a B.
That guy's facial expressions. He's like, yeah, I believe you. I believe you. Fuck. My God. Take some acting lessons. Holy shit. That shit was not believable.
It was funny.
Oh my God. So first one for me is C+. And this one, it's a C. It's not. It has things it does better than the first one. I think the cast works better in this one for specific reasons. This one has a weaker main villain. That's just holy shit. God damn. Sonya sucks. His character stinks.
Yeah.
His character just sucks. His character is shit.
She's better than the first one.
Right? That's sad. The black guy's funnier. I like him better in this movie.
Oh,
Max
is so funny.
My dude had his shirt off. My dude had his shirt off in his flashback.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
He's so funny.
When I saw that, I was like, they're not doing like I didn't like those flashbacks to their stories, but his was worth it. Just
you
for
didn't.
that.
I mean,
You know
I didn't.
mean?
I thought they were funny. Like King Batch was freaking.
Yeah, they were funny,
rapping.
but
He was
just
so
like,
trash at rapping.
You know, not all of them. His was funny, but I didn't care for what's Bella Thorne's character. I can't think of.
She was at the news station. She was so bad.
Yeah, I didn't really care for hers. You know,
like,
or the Cookie Girls.
I didn't care about any of them really. None of them were like. There was no
But
substance.
the two,
It was just.
if I'm just talking about which ones were funny, there's no substance in any of them. It was Max's whole thing because he didn't have the shirt on. Let me
Max and King Batch.
Cool. So, yeah, like the cult members, it's hard to say if debatable if they're better or not. I think whatever the black guy's character was, he was cooler, he was funnier. Sonya's character stinks. Beltor's character is just a dumb blonde chick who doesn't know what to do. She's that one. She would be in Star Wars. She would be a stormtrooper that shoots herself, and now she will rappel off the glass and hit her in the head. That bitch is dumb. My God.
Yeah, whoa, hold on. That gun she had, bro, she shot that deer and the entire deer exploded.
Except the legs falling down.
Yeah, I was like, what? That shit was crazy.
She shot the deer and the legs don't fall down. She's like, you just killed Peppy! My God, this joke is so bad. That
entire deer body was gone.
Oh my God. I really thought when she got to that campsite, I really thought that dude was part of the cult. That camper, I was like, fuck, they can't get away from no one, this motherfucker. And he noticed, it was just, I don't know. Overall, I think it's, C movies are average, right? This is an average sequel. First one's average anyway, if you really look at it, all things considered, you know, but, that's pretty much it. Unless we can theorize for that'd be another video about theorizing for a third movie. But it kind of leaves it open for a third film. Like if Netflix is gonna come on, like everybody knows if Netflix gives you money, you're gonna do a third movie. The problem is, I think they're only gonna keep like 4 cast members. They're gonna keep his parents, his new love interest, and him. That's pretty much all they're gonna bring back because this cult's gone, B's gone, Samara Weaving probably not gonna do this again. I mean, but you got the redemption arc. You got the redemption arc, so I guess that's what a lot of fans would want. Some of those theories made sense. It would make sense if maybe Melanie was her sister, but also that wouldn't make any sense either by the narrative they told now. But yep, it's a C. So most of us would say this. Woo.
I'm partner number 1.
There you go. Number 1 is correct. Number one is better. I gave number 1 a C+, but this one is. Does this one fail as a sequel?
No. I mean, I knew I was going to get some campy, outrageous, outlandish stuff.
Yeah, I would have taken this.
Yeah,
this is fine. They tackle things from the first film because you want that anyways. You want that,
that it wasn't going to be delivered, but the things that I do have issues with, I could still say overall good sequel. You know what I mean? For the type of film that it is.
We gave it a C.
I'll watch the next one. You know what I'm saying?
I got it right. Woo! Yeah. So for B movies, I gotta get 1 for B movies. Holy crap! But okay, I have the 1 for B for when we do grade B movies. So we'll have to do this again, but I don't know what movies we found in common. We randomly found the Babysitter cover. We're like, Tyler's like, I didn't know there was a sequel coming out. I was like, I just found there was a trailer, but I knew there was a sequel. But I was like, where was the trailer at? I didn't see a trailer until the day before that came out today.
Yeah, I saw it.
God damn.
You know, we played it on the live stream.
My boy Cole got a nice fucking tongue.
We'll find a movie
any
to watch.
movie. Just let me know any movie at all.
I haven't watched Extraction yet, so unless you got to watch Extraction,
I can watch it again. I've not reviewed it because it was before I did all this.
Yeah, before she was on our level, right? Yeah, Team Sus's level. You were on Team Sus's level now.
Don't do that right now. Don't do that right now.
I'm just saying, hey, you're like,
you hear this propaganda, Bobo? It's propaganda, Bobo.
You're gonna drop the heroes and get with the zeros and get with the heroes.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Let's wrap this up.
See you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe. Most of all, enjoy. I'll leave the link to Tyler's channel down below.
Hey, Ashley from A&M. Here we go.
There you go.
Peace out, y'all.
MSK all day, every day. I'm signing out, guys. Peace. Jump on it. Jump on it.
Out.
Oh my God. Peace.